the ANC and Cyril Ramaphosa's government blocked the GNU motion led by the Democratic Alliance Party to push for the relocation of the August 17 SADC summit in Zimbabwe. Why does the ANC support Zanu-PF and Mr. Mnangagwa's government despite terrible violations of human rights? Secondly, do SADC countries hold each other accountable? We only saw the SEOM head, Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema, calling on Zanu-PF and the Zimbabwean government to improve the election process. Since then, a lot has happened, leading to diplomatic tensions. If the South African government accepted the DA leadership's push in the GNU to oppose Zimbabwe and Harare's right to hold the summit, it would only bring chaos, hatred, and disunity in the region. Zimbabwe's opposition leader Nelson Chamisa shares a vision of an emerging light prophecy. The African National Congress, South Africa's ruling party, has dismissed calls from its coalition partner, the Democratic Alliance, to relocate the Southern African Development Community Summit from Zimbabwe. The DA's request follows a series of arrests of activists and opposition members in Zimbabwe. ANC spokesperson Zuko Godlimpi stated, "If there are any issues needing the region's attention in Zimbabwe, they would be discussed in Zimbabwe, not away from it." This firm stance underscores the ANC's support for holding the summit as planned, despite growing concerns about human rights violations in the host country. First, Agricultural Minister John Steenhuisen of the Democratic Alliance Party, as a leader in the government, tried to open the South African government's eyes to see the need to call out Zanu-PF and Mr. Mnangagwa's government. More than 100 people, including Jameson Timba and others, have been arrested, detained, and denied bail 3 times by a Zanu-PF-funded court and a corrupt judge. Generally, the ANC acts as Zanu-PF's mouthpiece in South Africa and the region. It seems that the talk of liberation movements and their backbone, the old politicians in these movements, are feeling the heat of the new, emerging younger generation. Thus, the ANC always sees Zanu-PF as a partner. The case of Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema being a leader of new politics in the region has led to more isolation by those trying to cling to power, ignoring the suffering of the general public. Mr. Chamisa shares his vision of darkness being destroyed by the coming light. To many Zimbabweans, it seems that Mr. Mnangagwa is like Saul, and God says through the hand of David, referring to Mr. Chamisa, "I will bring rest to my people, Zimbabwe." Mr. Nelson Chamisa, the main opposition leader of Zimbabwe, shares the following Sabbath message while awaiting God's appointed time. The temporariness of all wickedness. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a native green tree. Yet he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Indeed, I sought him, but he could not be found. Psalm 37 verses 35 to 36. Family, nothing and no one lasts forever. Sabbath blessings.